Hi! Last perimeter lesson of the week. Tomorrow's a review. This week is about converting measures to find perimeter. And it says fact. When finding the perimeter of a rectangle, both dimensions, length and width, must be in the same unit. In other words, you look down here and they've given you 3 feet, 6 inches, and 5 feet. You want to get them all to the same measurement, the same unit of measurement. Because otherwise, you can get the inches mixed up too easily. Why do you think they did this with a rectangle and not a square? Well, in a square, they're all the same measurement. And so, even if it were, say, 2 feet, 6 inches, they would probably just go ahead and change all of that to inches to make it uniform. So they've given us 5 feet and then 3 feet, 6 inches. Well, you remember from my last lesson, from the first lesson, with rectangles, it's like 2 times this and 2 times that, or add. Doesn't really matter. Well, in this, it tells you to convert 3 feet, 6 inches to 3.5 feet. So they had you change it to a fraction. So you're going to have 2 of those, and then 6, and then 6. There's another way you could have solved this. You could have turned all of these to inches. It doesn't matter. Now, personally, since that was half, this is the way I would do it. As a matter of fact, I would do it like this. I would say 12, 6, and then I would know the half and the half was 1. And I would do it like that. Doesn't really matter, because that's what you're going to do anyway. This and this becomes a 1 that you add to the 12 and the 8. You ever heard the old saying, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other? In other words, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. But let's work this out the way they had us do it. So, we're going to use the formula 2 times length plus 2 times width. They had us do it with fractions. So we've got 2 times 6 plus 2 times 3.5. Now remember, to do a fraction, I'm going to say 2 times 3 equals 6 plus 1 equals 7. I'm just leaving this alone for right now because I don't have to mess with it. Take that out, take that out. That becomes a 7 plus 12, 19. Now let's look at it the way I said that I would have done it in my head. I would have said, have I said the right numbers on this? Oh, I didn't say the right numbers. In the book, it gives 5. I did it with 6. Sorry. This is how it's worked, just with 6. So I'm going to keep on going as if it's 6 feet instead of 5 feet. Okay, but what I would have done with that same rectangle that I said, 6, 6, 3.5, 3.5. Change that to feet. I would have said 6 times 2 is 12. 3 times 2 is 6. And a half gives me 1. 6, 7, 8, 9, 1. I would have done it that way. Got the same answers either way. It doesn't matter. If you want to change them to inches, you can change them to inches and then add them up. Doesn't really matter. Where it's really useful changing everything to inches is if it was a weird number of inches, something hard to work with. Like, let's say that it was 7 inches or something like that. That might make it easier to change to inches then. But in this case, the way they're having you do it, you can look at my book. See what they're having you do? They're changing everything into fractions. So 7 feet and 3 inches, well, 3 is 1/4 of a foot, so they changed it to 1/4. Again, if you don't want to do that, it's fine to just change it to inches. But it is a lot easier doing it to fractions. So let's just look at these real quick. 3 inches is 1/4 of a foot. When you've got 1 yard and 1 foot, that means 2 1/3 yard. Can y'all see that? And then 20 decameter by 3 meters is just the same as 2 meters by 3 meters. So I wanted to make sure you saw those conversions because that's a little bit harder than the illustration they gave, which was just half a foot. So once again, 7 feet 3 inches, you're going to change that to 7 1/4. 2 yards 1 foot, you're going to change that to 2 1/3 yard. 20 decameters by 3 meters, you're going to change that to 2 meters by 3 meters. I think the others you're not going to have any trouble with. If you do, shoot me a text and I'll shoot you a video. Talk to you later. Bye.